Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City, where we want to help you build a Lego city regardless of the space you have. Many people do ask me how I get ideas and inspirations to do MOCs. In yesterday's video, I released a MOC for a town park fair, and if you missed it, you can check out the link in the card above or in the description below. This is a fair which I was going to add into Brick Beach, a section of Small Brick City. Thanks to everyone who watched the video and gave comments. Jacob from Brick Bakery commented that the back wall, that's the one right over here, can be improved if we add more texture. And I agree. In fact, previously I did try to add a bit of texture by adding in these dark tan masonry bricks. Obviously not a good enough job. But I have neglected Brick Beach for some time, so when I revisited this project and he made that comment, it inspired and motivated me to improve this particular wall before I place this town park fair back into my Lego City layout. So what I'm going to do here is to make some changes to this wall. I'm not going to rebuild it. This is not a complete revamp. That's not the purpose. But I am going to try to improve it and add more texture so it looks a bit more grand. After all, this is the Central Town Park. It is a tourist attraction in my Lego City, so I do want to make it a bit more grand. Some of the ideas I'm thinking of is to add arches behind this memorial, add an extra column of pillar of masonry bricks, and maybe add in some lights over here. I'm also going to change out those dark tan masonry bricks because it really makes no difference. I can switch them into dark gray simply because I'm going to put in another column of pillar over there, so it really doesn't make much of a difference and I can use those bricks for something else. The first thing I'm going to do is to break apart part of the wall and replace those dark tan masonry bricks. And I think I've done that successfully. It's always tricky trying to replace a section of the wall without breaking everything up. So what I like to do is to take a brick separator and just kind of pry it out as what I did. Then I don't have to take out all the plates and it just makes things a bit more easy. Now what I'm going to do is to apply the two arches and figure out the column over here, and then we can rebuild the wall. That was quite a pretty easy fix, and I think that looks much better. We've added in the columns behind, or the arches behind, with one more column. It really frames that memorial statue even better. Well, before I build this up, what I want to do is actually to add in some lights, because I think this part is a bit boring. We can add some texture. I don't really want to mess around with this part of the wall here because it's just a bit too deep down, too much work to do. But since these are loose bricks over here, I'm going to replace them with these sloped bricks over here. So my plan is to create some lights. So these are, I guess, kind of like down lights. So if you imagine the lights will be cast on the wall over here and fall down to the flower bed. What I'm trying to do is to, in a way, replicate the lights on these pillars over here, because this is a feature that's seen throughout my Brick Beach. So these are small pillars with lights on top. I'm going to do the reverse for this. So I've got some of these yellow, trans yellow studs. So I'm just going to place them underneath like this. And then I'll place a plate underneath. So it's almost a reverse image of the block you saw earlier on. So it looks something like this. Something like cap it underneath like that. And you can kind of see the similarity. So that goes over here. And I'll do the same for the other side as well. So that looks pretty good. Now I need to finish off this area. And I think I'm going to make use of these 1x2 cheese wedge pieces. I'll put this over here like that. So it acts as kind of a design element, kind of a slope going up to the arches. And for the back over here, you can see I do have one stud space remaining. So I'm going to use a 1x1 brick like that. And I'll use a 1x1 cheese wedge piece to go on this way. So it looks kind of finished and there's some continuity to the design. And I'll do the same for the other side as well. So the 1x1 brick goes here and the cheese wedge piece goes here. So I think that works. What I need to do now is to tile this entire area with tiles, and I'm going to use some of these big 2x4 dark gray tiles, and this also holds everything in place. That's it. I think we're done, and let's have a look from the front. And here we have the completed modified main wall of the town park square. What do you think? Do you like the additions? I think the double arches and the addition of that extra pillar do really work. It adds so much more texture, adds a bit of grandeur as well to the main wall. And I think these two downlights do add some symmetry with these lights over here. And at the same time, they add some variety to the visual texture on this side of the wall. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you've got any feedback or comments. And that's a great way you can improve your MOCs, and that's to listen to feedback. Now, you don't always have to listen to every idea, but you should definitely consider each and every idea. That's what I do, and it often inspires me to create a better build. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Check out these two videos before you go.